Welcome to your Daily Smash for Thursday, February 27th, 2025. I'm Rick.
I'm Kelly.
We're on our way to Los Angeles tonight for Jeff Lewis Live on this coming Thursday morning. While you're watching this show, you might be able to listen to us on the radio.
On SiriusXM. If you don't have SiriusXM, you can download it on your app on your phone and listen to it.
We're on from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Pacific time, so noon to 1 Eastern. And looking forward to it. I love doing this show.
Yes.
I imagine we'll talk about ChumpCon.
ChumpCon.
Which is coming up in like 6 weeks.
And I'm so excited. We have some people that are patrons, our smashers out there. And some people want to go alone. So we have a couple people that want to go, but they feel weird about going alone.
Yeah.
So if you want to go alone, we can get your friends and my friends, and we can all be friends.
Well, there are a lot of events. I mean, I think you'll make friends if you go, and you go to.
But I will try to get to you if I'm going there really to work. But
yeah,
I want to make time for our smashers, so if we can find a way.
I mean, there are cocktail parties, there are welcome parties, there's a karaoke party, there's a pool party the next day, and then some pre and post events for the show.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah, it always is. They're a fun group.
And then we can, and you're a fun group.
Yes, you are. Most of you.
So, I have some news.
What's your news?
That I didn't tell you.
What?
I was talking to Rachel, you could tell.
Yeah.
Today. Mm-hmm. And she did a podcast. Her podcasts are pretty good. So if you guys want to listen to her podcast, Rachel, you could tell. Mm-hmm. She's good. She had Jillian Barberie on there.
Okay.
And Jillian Barberie wants to squash the beef with me. And I want to squash the beef with her.
Well, that makes me very happy. I knew Jillian Barberie back in the late 80s, early 90s. I think it was the early 90s when she worked at the same TV station I did. And she was the weekend weather girl. And I was a reporter and Phil and anchor. And I always liked her. She was cool.
Right.
And crazy, wild.
But, so when I would come to LA when I was younger, I would watch, she was a big, huge TV anchor here in Los Angeles.
On local news on Fox 11,
and
KTTV.
I used to think, and I still do, think that she was the most beautiful girl in the super hot, super funny, super gorgeous. Well, I saw a picture of her and I was like, wow. I mean, I said, wow, she let herself go. Not knowing that she had cancer previously or what. I just said, wow, she was the most beautiful thing. She put on a lot of weight, just like a lot of you say, I'm built like a boy, which I have never heard before.
Yeah, no, you're wrong if you think that. There's no way.
I have hips, like big hips.
Well, you have more than hips.
A boy, built like a boy, is like straight up and down and no curves.
Oh, you got curves.
I've never been known or told before that I was built like a boy.
I think one person said that.
Well, I'm just saying, it didn't hurt my feelings. As a matter of fact, I always wanted to be built like a boy because I always had big boobs. You can look at pictures of me in high school. I had the biggest boobs on my cheerleading squad. And
that must have made you very popular.
Well, I was homecoming queen, so yeah, I was very popular at St. Mary's in 1993. Mm-hmm. Sorry. And so what was I saying? So anyway,
you had big boobs.
So I just made out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Well, she got skinny. She looks great. I think that kind of made her want to lose weight, and she looks like $1 million. Now she's got her confidence back. Now I think she wants to say thank you.
Oh.
I don't know. But anyway, she said that I wasn't out of like mean or like unkind. I wasn't trying to be rude. It was just a picture that came up, and I was like, whoa. Because she was so gorgeous, and she still is gorgeous. So we're going to have her on Patreon next week.
Next week on the Rick and Kelly Show on Patreon.com.
So we have to hear what she had to say. And I want to, it was funny. His ex-girlfriend, Lauren Sivan, jumps in the middle of our beef.
I think she's been very good friends with Jillian for years.
Oh, she was?
Yeah.
Very good friends with her?
Yeah. So for like more than
So
10
I want to
years.
find out about that. I want to ask her, did Lauren reach out to you? Why did she even get in the middle of our beef? This was an A and B conversation and she could see her way out of it. I just find that weird. I would never in a million years get involved.
You would defend a friend of yours if they were being attacked by somebody else.
I
You
would
do that all the time.
I would never. Well, let's see how good a friend she is with her.
Well,
I want to ask her.
I think they've been friends for like 15 years at least.
Oh, they hang out. They go to dinner.
She worked at KTTV when she came to LA, and Jillian was still there, so they worked together.
Well, I'm sorry, but Michael Dodd, his girlfriend, wife, Laura Beebe, gets involved. I'm not getting involved with Laura Beebe. I can tell you that right now. Okay,
well, that's good.
Like I'm just saying, whatever Laura Beebe does with, if she got in a fight with my friend, I'm not getting involved. Like Jeff Lewis tried to hook Christina Hall and I up.
Yeah.
Whatever, Christina from Tarek, and she said that she had her friend from high school had a beef with me.
Yeah.
She said, but it's okay. I can still be friends with Kelly. I mean, that's a mature way to go about it. I think girls that get involved with other people's fights is petty. I don't get involved with other people's fights. I'm friends with a lot of friends, and I don't get involved with their fights. I stay out of it. What do you guys think? Do you guys? Honestly, I have a lot of girlfriends, and I don't get in the middle of it. I don't get in the middle of Heather and Jeff Lewis fight.
That's true.
I don't get in the middle of Megan and whatever's fight. I don't get in the middle of people's fights.
That's true.
I don't.
You did play Sweden.
No, I play Sweden and all of them. I'm friends with other people. I don't want to get involved in other people's fights. It's none of my business.
Okay.
Stay in your lane.
You made yourself very clear.
Okay, I'm just saying, stay in your lane. Lauren Sivan.
Wow. Okay. Well, this is only going to get better. I want to remind people, or just let people know, that the interview we did on peptides is like 40 minutes long. The full interview is now on YouTube on this channel. So if you want to learn more about ingestible peptides, that Kelly is now working with the company. They make a number of products, including Calm. It's Make
and
Wellness.
Focus, which everyone knows that I need. But I can tell you right now.
The other ones I think are downstairs.
That diet pill.
There's Lean and Fit.
That diet pill, that diet.
Yeah.
It does curb my appetite.
Oh, really?
It does.
Well,
like it does. And I kind of like the way it makes me feel.
Well, that's...
if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, wow. Well, that's why people take peptides, right? To curb appetite and lose weight?
I've never even heard of a peptide. Until now. Like, I've heard of it, but I never knew what it did.
Well, isn't peptide the base of...
I don't know. I just took my Soul Life.
Yeah.
I'm totally all about my minerals. That Soul Life, and you can go to my link tree on my Instagram, Kelly D. Dodd.
Yeah.
Because my name is Kelly Denise Dodd, it was, but I can't change my handle now on Instagram or else I'll lose all my followers. And all my followers is what makes me money.
Yeah.
So, what was I at?
You were saying
that's why I just took this focus right now.
You were saying that you love your Soul Life.
Love my Soul Life.
Yeah.
But peptides.
Sounds like
I like anything that has to do with beauty products. I want to try everything.
Well,
especially now that I'm hitting 50.
Yeah.
Pushing 50.
I'm going to start taking the Fit and the Lean products from Make Wellness. I'm going to take the Fit and the Lean because I want to be fit and lean. And I feel like I'm on the verge of being fit and lean. I'm kind of fit.
Yeah.
And kind of lean. You tell me.
You are.
You looked at me the other night. You said, I can't believe you're 65.
I can't believe it.
What were you going to say? You got me this shirt.
Isn't it cute?
I don't think I've worn it before.
This is a Louis Vuitton shirt. I got it for him on the Real. So my girlfriend, Melanie, was dating this guy named Bob. Bob was a billionaire. Bob died of something. I'm not going to say what because it's allegedly.
Yeah.
And you guys get my drift. And he had a thing of Louis Vuitton clothes. I mean, she said Prada. She said a stack of probably $75,000 worth of clothes that he
Yeah.
left at our house,
Yeah.
shoes, all kinds of stuff. She said about 75,000. She sold it on the real. She said it was a joke.
How much she got?
She said she only got like 2,500.
No way. Oh my God. That's like 3%?
Yeah,
That's nothing.
I know.
3%.
That's all she got from the death of her boyfriend, Bob. That bought her a Lamborghini, and then he took it away from her when he got mad. So ladies, when a man tells you they're going to buy you a car and they don't put it in your name,
Yeah.
they're not buying you a car. And stick with the piece of crap that you ended up with first, because when they yank that car from you, then you're destitute.
You have to make sure it's in your name. They buy you a car, then if they're really buying you a car, they're going to put it in your name.
Yeah.
That's very important.
Didn't she get screwed by that guy?
Yeah.
Big time. It was like another movie. We need to write a script on the Real Housewives of Orange County, because this stuff that I see, you too, is something that I've never, is like out of a movie. It's like Big Little Lies
There
over
are
here.
so many stories that we could share and that we talked about actually putting a show together, like a Netflix series that would be, what was the one? Did you just mention it? The
Big
one?
Little Lies.
Yeah, that. Just like that. It's insane around here.
It's insane. It's insane around here. It's
Yeah.
so insane.
And we can tease it, but I think we need to get at least a treatment done first. What, for the special, the series that we're going to do.
God, it's so good. It's better than anything that's out there. I'm watching that White Lotus right now.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that.
White Lotus.
White Lotus. We watched episode 2 last night.
Nothing hook and sinker there. I mean, that's the best you got. You have 2 shows in, and I'm bored. Like, seriously, I could write 2 shows, and you'd be hook, line, and sinkered like immediately. If I wrote what was going on, like, I don't get it.
Well, I have to say, this is, to me, and so far, I don't think it's anywhere near as good as season 1 or season 2. I think we both agree on that. It's still interesting. It's different, but it's not as good. It's just not, for me at least, it's not hitting the mark.
So I'm just, I want to, give you some like gossip. So with my Zoom people, and you guys call me or text me, I did a call with Diana today. Mm-hmm. And she lives like outside of Reno. Because we do one-on-one calls with people that on our
VIP members of our Rick and Kelly show on Patreon. VIP patrons get one-on-ones.
So I'm talking.
Both of us.
I couldn't do Zoom for whatever, my connection was wrong.
Yeah.
Or was poor.
Yeah.
And sorry, there's like a car running by, a motorcycle, so I can't think. So she calls me I call her, and we're talking about Beverly Hills. She's like, "Are you watching?" I thought it was Wednesdays. We missed it last night.
Oh.
I said, "Yeah, I'm catching it here and there. I haven't watched everything through. I watched the one with Sutton and her mom. Mm-hmm. She said last night was really, really good."
Oh.
But I was thinking, she said that Dorit has completely changed. She said that she grew a pair of balls this season.
Yeah.
And that she's really, really good.
Going after people, and
I guess she's going after Sutton, or Sutton's going after her. One of the two. I don't know. I'm excited to see it. But so I was thinking, I go, being on these shows, and especially with the amount of money that she's spending. So Dorit started when I started. She's probably making close to what Shannon's making, around $700,000, I would say. And half of it goes to taxes, and she spends a fortune on clothes. Mm-hmm. And I know I spent a fortune on clothes. One year I spent $100,000, which is not even a lot. And I did not buy logos all the time. I've had all the logo stuff when I was married to F-Face. And so when I had a lot of money. And so and it's stressful, right? To put up all these airs and all these things that, that you have to put up with. She has got to be stressed out of her gourd.
Dorit.
Oh, yeah. I mean, could you imagine having to
No.
pretend? And that's what Diana said. She was like, what I liked about just Erica Jane, she says, is that it's cut her down to size. Like she's not that same pretentious girl anymore.
Yeah.
And maybe this will help Dorit, you know, not buy so many brand name logos all the time.
Well, I mean, I have a couple thoughts on this. One, what I said to you earlier is I'm really glad you're not in that world anymore, or at least right now, because of how toxic it is and how it's just all about fighting and attacking each other and trying to win.
Because I was going through my, you know, the thing on TikTok, on Instagram Reels, and they had this thing with Tamara and Teddy, and Tamara was talking about how she was friends with Alexis Bellino. I'm like, she was never friends with Alexis Bellino. I called Alexis Bellino friend Sean.
Yeah.
She was never friends. Tamara was never friends with Alexis Bellino. And Rick goes, that is so fake. And now she's like, and now, Tamara said, and now Shannon's hanging out with Gretchen. And then Teddy goes, me and nostrils? And I'm thinking, Teddy has huge nostrils. They go out like this. And she's had multiple nose jobs.
That's what I mean. It's just like sniping and attacking and cat bites and all this nastiness. It's like,
but the pretending of the friends, is
that
what
too.
That's what's insufferable with Tamara. Ugh, I can't.
The other thing that surprised me.
I wish that never came on my reels. It's so it's so ugly, and it's so I can't even believe I even watched it.
The other thing that surprised me was I assumed that all these women had clothing deals or at least a wardrobe allowance, so that like we did at Fox, where you get, and I have now at Newsmax, they give you a certain stipend, a certain amount of money, you can go out and buy clothes for the show. Apparently they don't do that with anybody on the Housewives.
No, none of them. No, I mean, they'll get cheap stuff from like cheap wear. Like Gina Kirchenheimer got a deal with the store that would provide her clothes, but I mean, look at the way she looks, right? I mean, that's what the kind of quality that you're getting if you're getting those deals.
Well, that's what I thought. That
if you're getting high logo names, they do not do that unless you're probably a Kardashian.
My plan was, if you stayed on the show, was to try and find a store that would work with you, and I bet we could have found one. But it just surprising me that the network, which is making huge money off of this franchise,
residuals,
and not sharing any of that beyond a salary, which is, they're not giving any residuals and they're not giving any clothing allowance, which is surprising to me. But, that's how they run the show, whatever. I wanted to mention a Whiner of the Week, because we now do the Whiner of the Week. From MJC 9958. How is Rick, this is in all caps, how is Rick a reporter and so misinformed? He literally spreads propaganda. Does he know how to research the topics he covers? Well, I do.
He has a show on Newsmax too. But
can I just answer that?
Vague. But it's vague. What is propaganda? Like, what propaganda is he spreading?
Thank you. Without being specific, this means nothing. I spread propaganda about what? What upset you so much? Why are you whining about me spreading propaganda? I am not misinformed. That doesn't mean that I might not repeat something that turns out not to be true because it was reported somewhere else. Like, for example, this might be why he's upset. The Philadelphia Eagles reportedly are going to accept an invitation to the White House if and when it comes, which it always does, to the Super Bowl champions. There was a story in the Sun that they weren't going to go. And that got reported widely, and I mentioned it because I read it in the Sun, or I read it online. And I didn't verify it before I talked about it, but it was out there, and a lot of people were talking about it.
And it was hot topics.
Yeah.
We cover hot topics. Rick's not doing deep. He has a job.
So
he has a job where he has people fact checking and doing all these things as a reporter.
And I know how to research topics. Trust me.
He's been doing
it every day.
Because you don't like what he has to say? He's misinformed?
Yeah.
Wait, what have you done?
I
want to know, these people that are experts at everything and in the field, what do they do for a living?
Yeah.
Have you ever researched
a topic?
Do you know how to research a topic?
Do you have a daily show where you fill 20 to 30 minutes every single day, and then another hour show that you're live every day, doing live interviews and covering a wide range of topics every single day.
And this is the topics we cover are silly, stupid, mindless things. That's why our smashers like this.
This is typically very different from what I do on Newsmax, which is cover serious subjects like the Ukraine war, the Israel-Gaza war, the election, the post-election, Trump presidency, just on and on and on. I do have a hot topic.
Hot topic. Are you sure you researched it
before
you started this?
No.
Did you research this?
No, but I did cut and paste an article.
Are you spreading propaganda?
No, and I'm very confident that this story is true. That the NFL is finally replacing the antiquated chain gang to measure first downs. You know when you watch a football game, and it's close, they got near the first down marker, and the refs come out with two poles and a chain between them, and the one ref sticks one pole in one place, and the other ref pulls the pole over, and it's the chain. If it's past the ball, they don't get the first down. If it's not, if the ball's past the pole, they get the first down. I mean, we can all agree that's antiquated. Well, now, next season, reportedly, according to the NFL Network's Mike Garofalo, the league will move to Hawkeye virtual technology to help with first down calls in 2025. They will use the tech as the primary way to determine if a ball crosses the first down line. The chain gang will be on the sidelines as a backup. Virtual measurements take roughly 30 seconds on average. It takes 75 seconds with a chain. So a minute and a quarter.
I just want to do that in case people are thinking this was a high noon.
So there you go. Fresh technology coming to the NFL in the upcoming season. And then we have a sad story in the news.
Wait, real quick.
Oh, sorry.
That person that said spreading propaganda and all that, I guarantee you 100% they voted for Kamala. Bet you. I'll even bet $100 on that they did.
Okay.
Or if they're Canadian, they like Trudeau.
Okay.
And it's just so funny because when people say misinformation, I can't tell you how many people are like, you're spreading misinformation. Even our stupid social media spread that. Now you're seeing Zuckerberg saying that they made him say misinformation. Now it turned around and it wasn't misinformation, which everybody was saying. It was that progressive far left that was spewing that propaganda. And, it's just so funny to me, like his parents, for instance, are very, very left. And everything is misinformation. And you must get the vax. And you must be doing this. And everything that they hear from CNN, MSNBC. It's like it's
all true.
It's like right here.
Not true. True.
This is the Holy Bible right here. This is their Bible. Yeah.
All right. I do want to say some of our Canadian viewers were upset when I referenced Canada as our 51st state. And I just want to say, I've been to your lovely country many times. I appreciate Canada. I love Canada. I was kidding. I don't actually believe Canada will ever be a part of the United States. You'll always be our neighbor to the north, our wonderful, great neighbor to the north. I'm a big fan of Canada.
Me too.
Big fan of Canadians.
Me too.
Meant no harm. I was just trying to be funny. And I guess for Canadians who love their country, what I said was not funny. So I'm sorry, Canadians.
Because the Canadians are really funny and they're sarcastic. Look at South Park.
Talented.
Those are one of my favorite. If you ever watched South Park, it's my favorite show ever.
And our Soul Life minerals come from Canada.
And Canada has a lot of mineral rich. It's full of natural resources. There's so much good that comes out, and they live longer than Americans. So get your Soul Life, you guys. Right. Go into this link and get your Soul Life. And they live longer.
Yeah, they live years longer than Americans. And Health Canada, which is like our FDA, is 10 times stricter. They're very strict. So if Soul Life has passed every test that Health Canada required, which they did, it's good stuff. It's great stuff. So
it's the highest quality in I mean, way better than the United States. I can tell you
All
that right now.
natural, highly
And
absorbable, vegan, and it's available at soulife.com/Rick and Kelly. You get $20 off a jar. In the news now.
In the news.
Michelle Trachtenberg, the actress who starred in Buffy the Vampire Slayer and the Gossip Girl, not the Gossip. She died. She was only 39 years old. And I know a lot of people thought right away drugs or some kind of foul play. And from every report we've seen, and I have done some research on this, she died of natural causes. She had a liver transplant. She was very sick. Everyone who saw her over the last few months said she was deteriorating rapidly. She just didn't look good. She was gaunt. She was frail. And she was sick. And she made that known to her friends and family, and I think online as well. And she passed. Her mom found her in her New York City apartment Wednesday morning.
Do you think, and you guys can help me out on this out there because a lot of you guys are very smart and I listen to you. Do you think at 39 years old, you just all of a sudden, your liver just gives out? Or do you think you have to abuse your liver in order for it to go out? Like what, how does that, how does your liver, all of a sudden you have like.
Well, she had a liver transplant. So I understand what you're saying. Prior to the transplant, something was wrong with her liver. I would only submit that it's probably different for everyone, and that it is certainly possible that she had some genetic issues, a family history of liver problems. But I don't know what predated her liver transplant, why she wound up there. I don't know a lot about her, but it's a good question.
Wow. Isn't that crazy? Liver, they say, is the only organ that can rejuvenate itself, regenerate itself.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
I've heard that. Yeah, like it can,
yeah.
repair itself.
I had a cousin, got my dad's nephew, he got disbarred from being a lawyer.
Yeah.
He was a shady guy. He was an alcoholic, and he was such a bad alcoholic that he was like on dialysis. Or not, is that dialysis for your kidney? He was on some kind of like liver, like he needed to get a liver transplant.
Yeah.
Because he abused his liver so bad. And he went clean. He ate like alkaline water, went vegan, went total like health nut, guru, changed his whole life around. He rejuvenated his liver.
Well, that's an inspiration to us all.
So I'm just letting you guys know.
All right.
It's never too late to rebound your liver.
We got to hit the highway, and I haven't packed my bag yet. So have a smash-tastic day, everybody. We'll be back on Friday. We're going to go live Friday morning.
I hope so.
Yeah. All right. So expect a live smash Friday at 8 a.m.
I have something at 8 a.m.
Oh, you do?
I have a Zoom call at 8. I can make it later with her.
We'll let you know.
With Kimberly. I can make it later.
We'll post it. Look out for a live on Friday. Thanks, guys, for
I'd
watching.
rather do it at 7 a.m.
Okay, we can do it at 7. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. And we'll see you tomorrow.
All right. Take care, everybody.
Bye.